If you find yourself not being able to carry as many things as you used to be able to before, maybe it's a laptop, maybe it's groceries, maybe you are having a hard time picking up your grandkids, you are not alone. As we age, we lose a significant amount of muscle mass over the years. This is a condition that all of us have unless we do this type of training that I'm going to teach you. Now, I can't hold you accountable like I have my one-on-one coaching clients for all this time, but I can give you all of the information that you need to get started and change your life today. For 7 years, I instructed this method one-on-one, and I've been working as a consultant for the past year, helping people do this on their own. This is most widely known as high-intensity strength training, and in a studio setting, typically people charge $300 to $700 a month for this private training. You can do this high-intensity strength training in the privacy of your own home. Please subscribe and share this video with people that you know that it can help. For the month of December and January, I'm putting out a series of videos that guides you through this in the privacy of your own home. I have 3 free PDFs down below, one for exercise for people who can't get up and down off of the ground. This is mostly people in their 70s, 80s, and 90s. Those of us who are a little bit more proactive in our 40s, 50s, and 60s, we've been doing this method typically in a gym. There's also a PDF down below for you as well. And if you want to do exercise at home, just body weight strength training, and get you incredible results, there's a PDF for that below as well. I'll leave up above an entire video that is the full body workout that I'm actually going to go over every exercise in the month of December and January. I do talk a lot before we get to the exercises in that video. I just want to let you know I'm going to leave all of that information at the very end of these in December because it really does help people out to just have the important part at the very beginning of the video. I want you to consider that the only thing that can make exercise dangerous is doing very fast ballistic movement like this when we're lifting weights or doing jumping jacks or jumping up and down. None of that's necessary, and that will just deteriorate our joints over time. Of course, on the opposite end of the spectrum, you have people doing sit and be fit workouts and getting absolutely nothing out of their workouts. I want to teach you this, how to do this, and how to change your life, pick up more things, hold your grandkids for longer. I want you to understand that we're going to be putting ourselves into positions very slowly. We're going to want to push with a whole lot of effort. In fact, I would have to say that effort equals results. That is the why. And at the end of this, I'm going to explain Dr. Henneman's size principle and why it's important for you to work out with intensity, or what we'd say, a lot of effort. Now we're working just one part of the carrying muscles. These are the biceps, and as we strengthen these, then we can typically double people's strength in their biceps in a very short amount of time. If you're putting in enough effort, you will absolutely see the results very quickly within the first few weeks. I'm going to have you contracting against a belt that you can put around your legs and then hold and pull up on while seated in a chair. There's another way to do this. You can pull up on a dining room table that's very heavy and immovable. So both of these, you don't need any weights for them, and you can get intense, incredible, effective results. We're not going to let up on intensity the entire time. In fact, for 30 seconds, we're going to be putting forth a moderate amount of effort. And then over the course of 5 to 10 seconds, we're going to slowly increase that intensity until we're pushing almost as hard as we dare. And then the very last 30 seconds, increasing that intensity slowly to begin pushing as hard as we dare. Typically, this is going to be 99.9% of our highest intensity we can get to, or we want it to be. Typically, when you have this doubled over, you want it to be about shoulder length apart for the biceps, maybe a little bit more. If this hurts your elbows in any way, then you want it to be a much longer belt. That's why for some people, the dining room table is a better option because it's not down so low. If anybody has any elbow issues, then that's going to hurt just like it does when I'm contracting against something in that range of motion, because I have an elbow problem. I have to start my contraction a little bit higher like this. That keeps me from having elbow pain during exercise. Very slowly, over the course of 5 to 10 seconds, begin squeezing against this belt upward with a moderate amount of effort, feeling your breathing freely as the core engages. You want your shoulders to be gentle and down, your neck to be relaxed. And very slowly, over that same course of 5 to 10 seconds, increase that effort and pull a little bit more. Around 75% of your capacity, we want to be pulling almost as hard as we dare. Again, as you're breathing freely through the mouth and nose, you can engage your core, feeling these muscles deeply, continuing to contract. Always the neck stays gentle. And very slowly, over that same course of 5 to 10 seconds, increasing that intensity, continuing to breathe. We are wanting to pull as hard as we dare, 100%, and breathing freely through the mouth and nose. Still keeping the shoulders low, still allowing the neck to stay relaxed. It's our biceps and our arms and our stomach that we're feeling deeply. And very slowly, over the course of 5 to 10 seconds, gently release until you are applying no more effort. Not only is it very effective to train in this manner, to where we bring our muscles to the point of momentary muscular failure, where we cannot pull any further, that moment is where you're going to get so much out of this. Please join me for all of December as I go through more videos. Like, subscribe, download my free resources. I also have 2 courses available. I have tons of videos about those as well. For most people, it becomes very important to know why we're exercising in a certain way. If I were just to tell you, hey, do exercises like this and you'll get results, you'll have no other reason to do that other than just my word. Now, for the sake of today, I want you to understand that everything that I'm going to be telling you to do has a basis for science. Contrary to popular incorrect belief systems that are typically sold in sit and be fit systems, like, oh, when you get old, all you can do is physiotherapy. There's no way that you can improve your life at this point. You have to stop exercising. That's absolutely incorrect. We can double the strength of elderly and senior citizens. This is people in their 50s who haven't done resistance training, 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s. See, a lot of people think that we have an obesity epidemic, but they're partially correct with this, but what we really are facing is a sarcopenia epidemic. This is the loss of muscle mass that happens over time. By the time you hit the age 60, you've probably lost over 30 pounds of muscle in your life. It slowly creeps up year after year until we're left frail and we're unable to take care of ourselves in our 70s, our 80s, or 90s. This is how to reverse that. And in the process of that, we mitigate over 37 chronic illnesses as well. For the past 8 years, I've worked one-on-one, in person, and with coaching clients over Zoom for the past year, teaching people the exact process that has lengthened my parents' life, reversed my mom's osteoporosis with no medication whatsoever in her 70s, and helped keep all of my parents' biomarkers for health and longevity healthy. See, around 20 years ago, we discovered that this type of exercise, real safe exercise for seniors and elderly, that this reverses aging on a genetic level. With only 6 months of resistance training, they found that a whole third of the genes that age over time were made biologically younger. We also learned around the same time that the muscular structure of the body is an endocrine organ, meaning that it secretes these incredible proteins called myokines, that they're anti-inflammatory in nature, and it boils down to pre-medicine. These myokines are responsible for lowering blood pressure, lowering cholesterol, fighting dementia, giving us bone density, a myriad of other things. In fact, over 37 chronic illnesses, like I continue to say, are mitigated or reversed by using this very intense, full of effort system of exercise. And that's the deal breaker. That's the kicker for most people. If they understand that they have to put in a ton of effort to get results, then they're not going to do it. I want you to understand that you have to put in a lot of effort to get results. That doesn't mean putting you in a place where you're unsafe. All of these exercises are for senior citizens and for elderly, specifically to keep you safe.
Programs like Sit and Be Fit, YouTube channels like More Health Life Seniors absolutely does nothing to give you the biological changes that you need to change your life, to double your strength, to help you in amazing ways that you never even considered are possible. Dr. Hinneman's size principle explains why you have to put in effort and why most seniors and elderly just don't get results, because they're not being taught properly to put themselves in a place where they have to give effort. The more muscle fibers you recruit while exercising, the more myokines are delivered to your body. And in return, the more anti-inflammatory effects happen in your body. That means the more positive health effects. Muscle fibers are recruited in groupings called motor units. And a motor unit can be responsible for a handful of muscle fibers or thousands of muscle fibers. And motor units are recruited from smallest to largest, meaning this: the very last motor unit that you recruit is the one that gives you the most health benefits in return, because it's responsible for the very most amount of muscle fibers. What this means for everybody in terms of biology is what I've been saying: effort equals results. There's no way around this. That's the bottom line, any of it. Everyone, all of us trainers, coaches, educators in the field of biologically congruent exercise, by teaching this, by teaching high intensity strength training for all of this time, we've seen amazing results that people of this world will literally call miracles. And this type of results that you're looking for is absolutely available to you. And it's been right here all along. It's just that not very many people are talking about this on the internet. It's all being administered in person. Over the course of December, I'm going to be releasing a series of videos that goes over a ton of different exercises that's going to help you strengthen your entire body in a way that, like I said, you probably didn't think was possible until now. If you do this type of safe for all ages exercise, you can get the results that all of our clients have gotten. This is available to everyone. And like I said, very few people know about it. The one-on-one private coaching that I give is actually a pricey product, just like it's pricey to have that one-on-one instruction in a facility like I instructed for about 7 years. For a lot of reasons, it really is worth the one-on-one instruction in many cases, because it's very difficult to discern intensity unless you have someone to show you that you're capable of pushing so much further than you think, which is absolutely the case with every human being. I appreciate everyone who administers this in person, but I want everybody in the world to know about this workout. Absolutely everybody. And like I said, I have 3 free resources down below that you can download, and that can help you get started today applying all of these principles that I'm talking about that can turn your health around. If any of you out there have not read the book Body by Science by Dr. McGuff and John Little, it'll give you a much better understanding of the science of strength training. And the very most important chapter of the book is the last one, the Ideal Training Program for Seniors and Elderly. It describes what I talk about in my videos, in my 2 courses for gym workouts or for at-home high-intensity exercise. Seniors and elderly are being desperately left behind by a bunch of folks that do not understand biology applied to exercise. And look, I'm here to change that. All of us who administer high-intensity strength training are here to change that. Please download my free resources, share my video, like and subscribe. My mission is very simple. I want you and your family to live a longer life with real exercise. And that's exactly what I teach. The science of exercise applied to biology, and you can get started today.